Imagine a world here, simple infection become deadly again. That's the reality of antimicrobial resistance, and we hold the key to preventing it with smart antibiotic choices. If you follow these 5 principles, you will be able to prescribe most appropriate antibiotic to your patient. Prescribing antibiotic is like fighting a war with the bacteria, and to win any war, you should have proper strategy. So this video is very important because here you are going to learn how to form a proper antibiotic strategy. So watch this video till the end. And if you have come for the first time on this channel, then do subscribe this channel for more such clinical insights. So friends, let's start the video. Here, how to choose the right antibiotic. And then here, 5 essential principles of effective antibiotic selection. In that, under this one, first one is sensitivity. Here, for the first principle of a proper antibiotic therapy is that the concerned bacteria should be sensitive to your antibiotics. And then, bacteria are classified into various ways, like either gram positive and gram negative, or either aerobic or anaerobic. If you are going for the empirical therapy, you should know what type of bacteria are the common causative agents of a particular infection. We'll see, for example, if you are treating the skin infection where gram positive bacteria are dominant, you should prescribe the antibiotics that are active against gram positive bacteria. And then, if you are treating the urinary tract infection where gram negative bacteria are common, then you should prescribe such antibiotics that are active against the gram negative organisms. In this way, this is the first principle, that bacteria should be sensitive to the antibiotics. We'll see the second one. Second principle, that target site concentration. Here, second principle of a antibiotic therapy is that your antibiotic must reach the target site. We'll take an example. If there is meningitis, then your antibiotic must cross the blood-brain barrier. If there is a urinary tract infection, then you should prescribe such antibiotics which get maximally excreted unchanged in urine. If you have bloodstream infection, then you should prescribe the antibiotic that is water soluble, because if the antibiotic is water soluble, then it will stay for a longer time in our blood. Or if you prescribe the lipid soluble antibiotic, it will get diffused into the tissues. And then, if there is infection in various types of tissues, then you should prescribe the antibiotic that is more lipid soluble, so that it stays in the tissues for the longer period of time. We'll see the next principle, that is the third principle. Here, bactericidal versus bacteriostatic. Here, we'll understand the meaning. Cidal antibiotic means that cause the complete destruction of the bacterial cell. And the static antibiotic is nothing but it prevents the proliferation or the multiplication of a bacteria, and here you depend on the immune system of the patient. And then you will use bactericidal antibiotic when there is a serious infection. In the case of serious infection, has to use bactericidal antibiotics. Here we'll take an example. If there is sepsis or meningitis or endocarditis, or immunity of the patient is very weak, as in HIV infection, so in these cases, you will go for the cidal type of antibiotic. It is like this. Depending upon how much amount of destruction you want at the target site, you will decide what type of warhead you will fix on the missile. We'll see the next principle, that is the fourth one, that is contraindications. Here, you have to see if there is any contraindication to antibiotic that you have chosen. For example, here consider that antibiotic amikacin. This antibiotic is nephrotoxic as well as it is ototoxic. So, if you have to use this antibiotic in a patient, of a renal disease, there is a contraindication and you cannot use this antibiotic in that patient. Always you need to see the chosen antibiotic. Next is the last principle but not the least, that is administration. In case of antibiotic, you have to decide whether you will go by IV route or oral route. If the infection is mild and patient is to be treated in OPD basis, then oral route is preferred. And if the infection is serious, then we go for the IV route. And one more important thing is that if you are practicing in developing countries like India, and you have to also consider the cost of antibiotic, because many patients in such countries are poor, and if you can achieve the desired results with the low cost antibiotic, then nothing like it. I hope you all are very clear with the principles of antibiotics. Please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more informative content. Thank you for watching.